Hi, everyone. I'm Habib Sabbagh.
And I'm Michelle Albright. We're the practice workflow specialists, also known as the FLOAT team, with the transformational team here at UCSD Health. We're the clinical workflow consultants for the health system focused on using lean tools to help reduce the burden of work for our staff and our physicians.
As well, we are both graduates of Transformational Health's Lean Six Sigma Black Belt program. Today, we'll be teaching about the spaghetti diagram tool that you see and demonstrating how we use it to help reduce burden of work for our clinical teams. So we use the spaghetti diagram as a lean tool to visualize transportation waste. And transportation takes time. So the more time that we spend walking, which is how we define transportation, the less time we have to serve our patients without harm and without delay. And that's our mission. So on screen, you see a spaghetti chart, spaghetti diagram. Firstly, it should depict a finite process. That is a process that has a start and an end. We also want to add the name and the cycle time and the takt time of the process. Cycle time is how long it takes to complete. Takt time, how much time the operator of this process has to complete the process. In the grid on the bottom half, we draw a physical layout of the space in which we're documenting the transportation waste. And then we trace a walking path of the operator through that space and leave numbers for each location that they travel to as they complete one cycle of this process. So we'll show you what this looks like in real life.
In the FLOW program, we use spaghetti diagrams to measure the time care teams spend walking and identifying opportunities to reduce the non-value added time, which could be instead using for patient care. In this example, let's take a look at our real clinic and the transportation waste that a care team might have in a given day. Step 1, review schedule to identify patients to room. Step 2, walk to clean utility room to retrieve clean instruments. Step 3, walk to exam room to stock room with clean instruments. Step 4, walk to lobby to retrieve the patient. Step 5, walk patient to exam room. Step 6, return to the MA shared office. Step 7, discharge patient and change over exam room. Step 8, transport soil instruments to soil utility room and process instruments. Step 9, transport clean instruments to clean utility room for storage. Step 10, return to MA shared office to review schedule and identify the next patient to room. In this real life example, this team member spends 22.5 minutes per day and walk an average of a mile each day just to turn over the instruments between the exam room and utility room. By visualizing the experience of this team member, we identify areas of opportunity and propose rearranging the space to reduce non-value added transportation waste. We recommend co-location of the soil and clean utility room and creating a shared workspace for the DIAD called the flow station that is physically adjacent to the exam rooms and utility rooms. So in the next example, we're going to see after our recommendations, the future workflow. So step 1, review schedule at flow station to identify patient to room. Step 2, walk to clean utility room to retrieve clean instruments. Step 3, walk to exam room to stock room with clean instruments. Step 4, walk to the lobby to retrieve the patient. Step 5, walk patient to exam room. Step 6, return to flow station. Step 7, discharge patient and change over exam room. Step 8, transport soil instruments to soil utility room and process instruments. Step 9, transport clean instruments to the clean utility room for storage. Step 10, return to your flow station to review, schedule, and identify next patient to the room.
These steps reduce the time and effort spent walking across the clinic between the soiled and clean utility rooms in between patients, creating more time for the care team to provide direct patient care or indirect patient care like closing charts or answering in-basket messages. The projected results of these recommendations would reduce time spent walking by 2/3, giving this team member 15 minutes back to every day, time that they may spend, again, doing patient care or having reduced overtime or taking much needed breaks to recharge throughout the day. So these opportunities to reduce waste and improve care team burden of work were identified because of the spaghetti diagram. So this is what we wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.